strange sightings, objects that defy explanation, and eerie moments no one can fully explain. Today, we're diving into the most bizarre, unexplained moments ever caught on camera. Trust me, you'll want to see this.
This is just there.
One evening in Japan turned shocking when a strange streak of light cut across the sky at breathtaking speed. At first, it looked like lightning, but then it veered downward, racing toward the ground. Just when witnesses thought it would strike, the light shot back upward, vanishing into the night sky. People stood frozen, unsure if they had just seen something natural or otherworldly. Explanations like optical illusions and rare atmospheric events have been suggested, but the truth remains unsettled. Unknown lights. Recently, on a calm night by the seaside in Turkey, a group of people was enjoying the serene waters when something unusual appeared in the sky. Two glowing trails suddenly stretched across the darkness, one bright blue, the other pure white. The sight was so strange that it felt as if otherworldly beings were gliding silently above the earth. Yet no one could say for sure what they were witnessing. Some believed it was space rockets crossing the atmosphere, while others whispered about the possibility of alien spacecraft. Despite the excitement, no official explanation ever emerged, leaving the mystery wide open for speculation. Portal in sky? One night in Switzerland in 2023, locals witnessed an extraordinary scene that left everyone questioning their own eyes. Out of nowhere, a portal opened in the sky, surrounded by eerie blue lights flickering. This was something they had never seen before. For a few intense moments, it seemed as if a spaceship might emerge, and fear gripped the crowd watching below. No one could make sense of what was happening. Then, just as suddenly as it appeared, the portal vanished without a trace, leaving behind an unsettling feeling, a sense of a warning, or perhaps a failed attempt by some otherworldly force to make contact. Enigmatic skylights. In this video, viewers are treated to a strange sky phenomenon. Glowing lights flicker in the night sky, casting long, eerie shadows across the darkness.
So we went away, came back.
It's an unusual sight that feels far from ordinary, and the way the shadows stretch out adds to the mystery. What could be causing this phenomenon? Is it a natural occurrence, or is it something that defies explanation? I want to hear your theories. Drop your thoughts in the comments.
So this is a guy. I'm talking to the video.
Mutant aquatic creatures. A fisherman noticed something incredible one night while out on the water. As he cast his line, glowing shapes began to move beneath the surface, lighting up the waves with an eerie blue glow. At first, he was bewildered, briefly wondering if some mysterious being was at work in the depths. However, as he observed more closely, he realized it was bottlenose dolphins swimming through bioluminescent waters. Tiny plankton in the water emitted a neon blue light whenever disturbed, creating a magical, almost otherworldly spectacle. Florida's mystery. Florida's peaceful night was interrupted when the sky suddenly lit up with an intense glow. So bright, it looked like daylight had returned. It wasn't just brightness, it had a strange, uneasy quality. The kind that makes you feel like something's out of place. Glow was seen across the sky before fading away without explanation. Some called it a natural event, maybe a rare atmospheric phenomenon, but others were certain it was something else entirely, something watching from above. Mysterious light. Recently in Alabama, locals were left baffled by a stunning display in the sky. Out of nowhere, a strange glowing phenomenon lit up the night.
They're deeper in the clouds. It's so hard to look.
At first, people thought it was just shiny clouds, but the shapes grew larger and seemed almost intentional. Shocked and curious, everyone tried to make sense of it. Some believed it was a divine sign from Jesus, while others thought it might be something from another world. Despite all the theories, no one could truly explain what this captivating light show really was.
I've never seen nothing like it in my life.
Shocking UFO encounter? When this man was heading home from work, he spotted something truly extraordinary in the sky. A massive UFO, looking like it was made from advanced technology, was heading straight for him. Its impressive size and glowing surface were breathtaking. And for a moment, he felt a rush of fear, wondering if he might be taken aboard. However, the UFO floated past him gracefully, moving silently through the night sky. This close encounter shocked him, and he couldn't believe his luck that he would witness such a sight.
I told you they like us waving to them.
Triangular lights. Late one night in Toronto, Canada, a man was heading home with his friends when something strange caught his attention in the sky. 3 glowing lights hovered above, perfectly still, and unlike anything they were familiar with.
There's a UFO hovering above Toronto.
Their formation created the impression of a triangular craft silently suspended in the darkness. The group stood there, captivated, as they observed the lights for a while, trying to make sense of what they were seeing. Eventually, they decided to leave, but after that night, those strange lights were never seen again, leaving them with lingering questions about what they had witnessed.
Right up there, right up there.
Oh my god, look, it's triangular in shape. What is it?
Desert discovery. While exploring the desolate desert in Alaska, a man stumbled upon something he never expected to see. Right in the middle of the barren landscape, a strange, shiny object hovered. Glowing yet lacking any definitive shape, just a mysterious shimmer hanging in the air. He stood there, stunned, observing it for a while, but the longer he looked, the stranger it felt. The air around it seemed charged with energy. In the end, he decided that walking away was the best choice. And honestly, I'd say that was the right call too. Sometimes, it's better to leave the unknown untouched. Mysterious bird formation. We've all witnessed flocks of birds creating stunning patterns in the sky. But one evening in Hawaii, locals observed a flock that was different. As they watched, the birds moved in unison, forming a pattern that seemed too deliberate to be random, almost like they were conveying a secret message or signal. The crowd watched in wonder, but no one could decipher what the birds might be trying to communicate. To this day, the enigma of their unusual formation remains unsolved. Rogue pipe. At a construction site, workers were stunned when a massive pipe suddenly began thrashing around on its own. It slammed against the ground, twisted violently, and moved as if it had a mind of its own. Nobody dared step closer. Watching it, people said it looked less like machinery and more like something possessed, in a mechanical way, of course. Roadside anomaly. In Alabama, a family security camera captured something that continues to spark debate online. In the footage, a glowing light hovers by the roadside, staying perfectly still with no source in sight. Some dismissed it as a trick of light, while others felt it looked like something beyond explanation. The way it sat there, unmoving yet shining brightly, made the scene feel anything but ordinary. Shoreline glow. On Florida's coast, a strange light turned night into mystery. A deep blue glow appeared out of nowhere, drifting silently along the shoreline. It wasn't weak or flickering. The light was so strong that no one could pinpoint its source. Thankfully, a security camera caught the scene, or this strange visitor of the night might have passed by unseen. Blazing snow. A man walking through deep snow suddenly noticed something that didn't belong there. Tiny flames beneath the snow. At first glance, it made no sense at all. Snow is supposed to smother it, not feed it. Yet each step he took seemed to spark the snow, glowing against the white surface.
Anybody know?
The sight looked impossible, almost supernatural, but after looking deeper into it, there's actually a scientific explanation. Gases like methane can get trapped beneath layers of frozen ground, and when pressure or movement releases them, even the tiniest spark can start the reaction. Rare, but real.
Anybody know?
Unbelievable ocean video. Along the coastline, people suddenly caught sight of a brilliant blue light shooting from the sky down into the ocean. Its intensity was unlike anything they had ever experienced, making the moment feel almost supernatural. For a few tense seconds, it seemed as though something otherworldly was about to unfold right before their eyes. And just as abruptly as it appeared, the light vanished, leaving witnesses stunned and questioning what they had truly seen. Weird nature phenomena. Have you ever seen it rain on one side of a street while the other side stays completely dry? Sounds wild, right? Well, it actually happened in Taiwan. A man gazed out of his building window and noticed something strange. On one side, rain was pouring down, while the other side was clear and sunny, as if just one cloud decided to let loose.
So this is the rain from the 24th floor, but I've never seen this phenomenon. It's happening on.
It's one of those peculiar natural occurrences that leaves us scratching our heads because of how mysterious and unpredictable nature can be.
All of the windows. How strange.
Mysterious blue sphere. A man was exploring the woods when something peculiar caught his attention near the railway tracks. A strange blue glow flickered in the distance, pulling him in with a mix of curiosity and intrigue. As he stepped closer, he was stunned to discover it wasn't just a glow. It was a ball-shaped light hovering in the air, drifting slowly and silently. The way it moved felt different, almost like it was raw energy itself. After watching it for a while, he decided to quietly walk away. That glowing sphere left behind nothing but questions and a sense of wonder about what he had just witnessed. Mysterious fall. In May 2023, a family in Las Vegas witnessed something bizarre falling from the sky into their backyard. A bright, glowing light streaked down, and they claimed to see two tall, strange beings nearby. When the police arrived, the creatures had vanished, but the glowing light left a lasting impact.
Our 8 News Now investigators reporting about terrified members of a local family who told police they had aliens in their backyard.
People in nearby areas reported similar sightings that night. Whatever it was, it rattled the family and raised questions about what really fell from above. Ancient meteorite crash. Meteorite older than Earth itself crashed through a house in McDonough, Georgia, leaving everyone stunned. This 4.56 billion-year-old space rock tore a hole in the ceiling and dented the floor.
Homeowner was actually 14 feet away, had on noise-canceling headset. Still heard like a very, very loud gunshot.
Just 14 feet away from the homeowner, who was wearing noise-canceling headphones, but still heard the loud impact. Planetary geologist Scott Harris confirmed its age and that it came from the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Witnessing something so ancient crash down is both shocking and remarkable. eerie sky figure. On a sunny evening, a couple noticed something unsettling in the sky. A dark, smoky figure slowly descended, stretching unnaturally long, unlike anything they had ever seen. From a distance, it looked almost fake. As it got closer, the sight became increasingly intense. Silently, it drifted downward and then disappeared.
Is that a plane going down?
I don't think it's a plane.
The couple was left stunned, and to this day, no one knows what they actually witnessed.
Is that, James?
I can't even tell you about it.
Unbelievable sight. New York's skyline has seen many wonders, but nothing could compare to that unforgettable night. Out of nowhere, the entire sky pulsed with a blinding blue light, capturing the attention of everyone below. Streets fell silent as people pulled out their phones, and whispers of confusion spread quickly among the crowd. Was this a portal tearing open above the city? Or was it the arrival of something not from this world? The surreal glow was so intense, it felt like science fiction had suddenly stepped into reality. Only later did the truth emerge. It wasn't aliens at all, but rather a transformer explosion at a Con Edison substation in Queens. The electrical arc was so powerful that it lit the sky in neon blue, creating an event now remembered as the Astoria Borealis. Dark phenomenon. Back in 2016 at Disney World, families were busy enjoying rides when one man noticed something odd in the sky above the park. At first, it appeared to be ordinary smoke drifting through the night, but upon closer inspection, he was stunned to realize it was a perfect black ring, hovering silently as if it were observing everything below. The strange shape lingered in the air for a while, sparking whispers among guests about UFOs and portals. Then, just as suddenly as it had appeared, the ring vanished without a trace, leaving everyone wondering what it really was and where it had gone. Mysterious cloud activity. While enjoying the view from a flight, a passenger noticed something truly bizarre on the ground below. It appeared as if clouds were rising like smoke from a hidden factory, forming a perfect trail that shot upward in a straight, tube-like path. It was almost as if someone was secretly creating clouds and sending them into the sky. The sight was captivating, yet perplexing. If these clouds were genuinely being made, then what was the reason behind it? That's a question whose answer won't be easy to uncover, leaving many to wonder about the mysteries of the sky. Mysterious lights. In Mexico, a man was reviewing CCTV footage from his farm, and he spotted something that left him feeling unsettled. In the dead of night, a strange, tiny blue light appeared on the screen, slowly moving toward the farm. Suddenly, it glowed brightly for just a second, and then vanished without a trace. This was no ordinary flicker. It was an inexplicable light that raised numerous questions. The man searched the area carefully and even kept watch for days, but he never found a single clue or explanation for what he had seen, leaving him with an unsettling sense of mystery. Tunnel mystery. In Medellin, Colombia, a transit tunnel was under construction when something truly unsettling took place. Workers suddenly noticed the road in the middle begin to bounce, rising and falling as if it were breathing, or as if some hidden force underground was pushing it upward. The sight was both bizarre and alarming, but the strangest part? Each time the road settled back down, it returned perfectly flat, without a single crack or mark left behind. The eerie phenomenon halted the work for quite some time, leaving the workers puzzled. Though the project was eventually completed, people still talk about it there even after months. Apocalyptic sky. After a series of powerful tornadoes swept through parts of the United States, locals were left stunned by a surreal sight above them. The sky transformed into something that looked like it belonged in an apocalyptic movie. Strange, bulging clouds hung low with an eerie glow. For a moment, people were convinced they were witnessing something otherworldly, a sign of the end times. The explanation was just as fascinating. These were mammatus clouds, rare formations whose bizarre shapes are so unreal that they hardly seem to belong to our sky. The sight left everyone unsettled. Arizona Sun Mystery. A group of tourists was exploring the stunning landscapes of Arizona when they witnessed something truly unforgettable. On one side of the horizon, a warm golden light glowed just like the sunset. But to their surprise, the same light appeared on the opposite side as well, even though the real sun was already dipping below the mountains. With the mountains blocking any possible source of light, everyone was left puzzled and intrigued. The mysterious glow illuminated both sides of the sky in perfect symmetry, creating a surreal, almost otherworldly scene, something none of them had ever witnessed before, or might not ever again. CCTV Portal Mystery. CCTV footage shared by an anonymous source left everyone in a state of confusion. In the footage, a strange light flickered across the sky, and soon after, a portal-like formation began to take shape. Witnesses were baffled, unable to comprehend what they were witnessing. Some speculated that it was the result of a secret experiment being conducted nearby, while others whispered about the possibility of otherworldly beings attempting to open a portal. Shadow Mystery. A camper woke up one morning in the woods and noticed something unusual scattered across the ground. Tiny, crescent-shaped shadows littered the earth, creating a curious pattern.
What's up with this wavy pattern?
At first, they seemed to remain still in one spot, but soon they began to shift as if little moons were dancing across the forest floor. He didn't know or realize what he was seeing, and even asked people online. But so far, no one has been able to explain it.
It's funny that those waves are like in the shape of the sun.
Strange phenomenon. Locals in northeastern China were left staring at the sky in awe. Initially, it seemed as if two suns were shining at once, casting an otherworldly glow over the landscape. People were puzzled and began to wonder if it was some strange cosmic event, or perhaps a secret experiment taking place. However, the mystery was soon revealed. This dazzling phenomenon was a natural optical effect known as a sundog. Sunlight was refracted through ice crystals in the atmosphere, creating bright spots near the sun and giving the illusion of multiple suns. Rectangular sky. In a video recorded in Korea, locals observed an astonishing phenomenon in the sky. At first glance, it seemed that one side of the sky was entirely different from the other, creating a surreal visual divide. Surprisingly, this striking effect was caused by a single cloud that had formed into a perfect box shape, stretching across a large expanse. The mystery of how and why this unusual cloud formation occurred remains unanswered. Eerie ring light. One night in Vancouver, Canada, locals experienced something so bizarre that it left them puzzled and on edge. Out of nowhere, a glowing ring-shaped light materialized in the sky.
They are nuts.
From within this ring, multiple smaller lights began to shine, creating an otherworldly spectacle. Then, the entire formation started spinning round and round above them, generating a truly eerie atmosphere, as if something ominous was about to unfold. Just when the tension reached its peak, this mysterious display vanished into the night sky without a trace.
They are nuts.
Mountain illusion. Mountains often inspire awe with their grandeur. But what if one of them turned out to be a mere illusion? A group of explorers made an astonishing discovery when they stumbled upon a hidden passage inside a mountain. What they found was shocking. The interior was not natural at all, but rather filled with wooden structures, suggesting that the entire mountain was built on a man-made framework. While the exterior appeared to be solid rock, the inside revealed a different story entirely. Strange Peruvian cloud. In Peru, beachgoers were enjoying a sunny day by the shore when they noticed something peculiar on the horizon, a strangely shaped cloud. Initially, people dismissed it as just another natural formation and carried on with their day. However, as the sun began to set, the cloud drifted closer and grew larger, capturing everyone's attention. Some even said its unusual appearance might be hiding something inside of it, but that was never proved. Jelly rain? In 2019, Texas saw one of the strangest weather events on record. Along with heavy rain, locals reported soft, jelly-like blobs falling from the sky.
There was ice?
They weren't solid, not quite liquid either, just strange, crystal-clear lumps. The phenomenon only lasted briefly and has never been seen again, leaving people to wonder how something so bizarre could rain down from above.
It's a jelly.
Grounded clouds. In an unknown village somewhere in India, something shocking happened. Clouds suddenly dropped down to Earth. Out in the fields, mist-like formations drifted so close that people could run through them, laughing and playing. For a moment, it looked like the sky itself had descended. It was rare, surreal, and unforgettable. Mysterious factory clip. Inside a factory, workers were digging when they stumbled upon something they couldn't explain. Every time a chunk of the broken floor fell deep into the opening below, a strange glow pulsed from the darkness, almost as if something hidden was reacting to the disturbance. The light wasn't steady. It flickered in a way that felt almost alive. Later, when footage of the moment surfaced online, viewers were divided. Some dismissed it as nothing more than reflections from a nearby melting pot, while others were convinced there was something far more mysterious lurking beneath the factory floor. Glitch in Matrix? A simple stone toss turned into one of the strangest clips online. In the video, a man casually throws a rock into the water, sending ripples spreading outward. But then something odd happens. The ripples create a reflection on the rocky wall nearby, and the wall seems to copy the exact same motion.
Oh, what? Oh, bro.
The reflection doesn't distort or fade. Instead, it mirrors the water's movement perfectly, almost as if the solid surface itself was alive. People have argued over the footage, some calling it a rare optical illusion, while others wondered if it was evidence of reality itself glitching for just a moment.
Wow.
Green Antarctica? A strange clip recently appeared online, said to be filmed in Antarctica, and it's leaving people scratching their heads. Instead of the expected endless fields of snow and ice, the footage shows something very different. A patch of greenery with unusual, hut-like structures scattered across it. They weren't shaped like any research stations people are used to seeing, but rather something that looked lived in, almost like homes. Theories spread quickly, with some insisting this could be proof of a hidden society in one of the most remote places on Earth, while others suggested advanced governments may be keeping secrets tucked away in the ice. Falling from sky. In New South Wales, something unusual popped up in a paddock, a massive metal object that looked like it fell from the sky. Locals were convinced it was UFO technology, and excitement spread quickly. But when authorities investigated, they revealed the truth. It was actually a piece of space debris from the SpaceX Crew 1 capsule. This resilient object survived its fiery descent through Earth's atmosphere and landed safely.
The hope, though, is that it lands in the ocean, and it was intended to land. That didn't obviously happen. Now, as you said, luckily it landed in this paddock.
Strange landing. Blue Origin's latest suborbital flight had everyone glued to their screens. With celebrities like Katy Perry and Gayle King on board, it made headlines everywhere.
Flynn, bye. You look Flynn, I gotcha. I gotcha, Flynn.
But the real buzz came after landing when something odd happened. Footage showed the capsule's hatch opening from the inside before Jeff Bezos even approached it. Experts were puzzled, stating that the hatch could only be opened from the outside with a special tool. This led many skeptics to question if the entire mission was staged from the launch to how the stars were behaving in space, and especially the landing.
Her mouth, but really her heart.
And is that Jeff Bezos out there right by the cap?
Subscriber pick of the day. A strange discovery in Buga, Colombia, has people around the world debating what's real and what's possible. Found in March 2025, the object is small, about 50 centimeters wide and weighing just over 4 pounds.
But witnesses in Colombia observed the object gliding with purpose until it struck high-voltage power lines and dropped to the ground. What they recovered wasn't just unusual, it was unlike anything we've ever seen.
But its design is anything but ordinary.
A little nervous, I'll be honest. I feel like something extraordinary is going on.
The surface is perfectly smooth, almost manufactured with precision far beyond simple tools, and covered in unusual symbols that don't match any known language. What's even stranger is how it reportedly reacts to sound. Locals claim that when Sanskrit chants were played nearby, the sphere gave off faint vibrations, as if responding to the rhythm. Scientists who've studied it remain divided. Some insist it's a breakthrough in advanced engineering, something that could hint at technologies we haven't seen before. Others dismiss it as an elaborate art project, carefully crafted to stir speculation. But here's the catch. If it really is man-made, why has nothing similar ever been produced before or since? And how could such a thing end up flying across a city before being found?
Acclaimed investigative journalist Jaime Maussan convened a major press conference in Mexico City to present initial scientific findings surrounding the object now known as the Bugosphere.